Okay, what we got here? Final question on November 2017, non-calculator higher. Here is a rectangle, right angle, triangle. All measurements are in centimetres. The area of the rectangle is greater than the area of the triangle. Find the set of possible values of x. Okay, I've got area question. So area of a rectangle, base times height. So in this case, I've got x minus 1 times by 3x minus 2. You could use a grid. Just going to do it this way. So I've got 3x squared, take 2x, take 3x, negative and a negative, so that's plus 2. So I'm multiplying everything there. So I've got 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. And then what I've got here is I've got the area of a triangle. And remember that is, in this case, base times height divided by 2. Base is x times by 2x divided by 2. That gives me 2x squared over 2. So the area is x squared. So what I've actually got is 3x squared minus 5x plus 2 is greater than x squared. Right, I want this to be greater than 0 because what I'm going to use is a quadratic graph. So to look at the set of possible values of x, so I'm taking the x squared, because I want this to be greater than or equal to greater than 0. So I've got 2x squared, take 5x, plus 2 is greater than 0. Now what I've got, I need to find the values of x, i.e. the roots, when x equals 0. And as we're on a non-calculator paper, I'm going to factorise this using split the middle term. First thing, 2 times 2, I use this little thing. Or 2 times plus 2 is plus 4. So I'm multiplying two things to get 4. I need two numbers that when they're added together make minus 5, which is that coefficient of x. To get a negative and then a positive at the top, they've both got to be negative. And so what I've got is I've got 1 times, so negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Minus 1 take 4 is minus 5. So if I split the middle term, I've got 2x squared. I keep the 1 in personally. Take 4x plus 2. And then I physically split the middle term. Then I factorise this first bit so I can take out just an x, rub that out. I can take an x out, leaving me with 2x minus 1. Always keep the same second bracket the same, so I've got 2x minus 1. What do I times 2x by to get negative 4x? It's minus 2. And of course, minus 2 times minus 1 is plus 2. That's great. So what I've now got, that and that go together. So I've got x take 2, and I've got 2x minus 1. And these are greater than 0. Now all I want to do is solve this. So x minus 2 is equal to 0, plus 2 plus 2, x equals 2. And then 2x minus 1 equals 0, plus 1 plus 1. So 2x equals 1. Divide by 2, x equals a half. Probably you will think of it as 0.5. So these are my two roots. So what I then do is I do a little sketch over here. I've got a root at 0.5. I've got a root at 2. I draw my quadratic graph, which is a U like so, something like that, and then I look at the inequality, which is in this case is greater than 0. So I usually highlight where it's greater than 0, so it's greater than 0 here, and it's greater, so I've got two of them. That's where it's greater than 0. So what I can say is that x is less than 0.5 and x is greater than 2. Now, I then need to look at the context of the question. We're talking about lengths here. So if I look at x is less than 0.5, if I put that into here, 0.5 take 1 is actually minus 0.5. Well, I can't have a length of less of a negative, so I know that inequality doesn't work for this question, but of course greater than 2 does work, so the answer is x is greater than 2. Let me just check, find the set of possible values of x. That is it.